Hey traders, John Howell here. Happy Easter to everyone. I've just got a training that I want to walk you through. I want to just go over the indices, plus also gold and silver again, just to give you guys just a quick little update with that. But then also I also want to go through a few things that I run through every single day when looking at long-term investments in the markets across all the markets, but also when I'm looking for short-term opportunities, some things that I use for to give me the major probability of having a successful trade. So let's get straight into it. Don't place a trade based on what you'll see in this video because there is no guarantees of making a profit in the market. It takes you a long time to become a good trader. So this video here is just to educate you to become a much better trader. Alrighty traders, before I do start, I have just recently recorded a brand new trading course. And I'm actually giving, for the first 100 people, I'm actually giving it away for free to get people's feedback first before I actually start charging it. 50 people took it up yesterday, so there's 50 spots left today. And if you want to get that, just go to johnsfreegift.com, and then you're going to get that brand new trading course. I promise you're gonna love it. It's gonna really open your eyes to the simple things that really can help you when it comes to your trading. So if you are struggling with your trading right now, then again, I'm giving away for free now. And for the next, I've got 50 spots left, and then after that, I'll be closing it down. Taking the feedback that I get from people, either changing it or just starting to charge for it as well too. So thank you so much, guys, for your feedback, and make sure you go check it out as well. So the thing that I really want to, let me just quickly go through the markets through here, and then I'll share something with you here. So the thing that I'm looking at for just a quick little update on the indices, a quick little recap here, is that we are on a bit of a pullback here on the S&P 500. So the big thing I'm waiting to see is that do we start to, what actually happens around here? So you can see that on a short-term level, we've actually got, whoa, man, my computer just went all crazy on me. Isn't it amazing? It's like, why does Microsoft keep updating my stuff here? And then the Apple users are saying, John, that's because you're not using Apple. It's like, Apple sucks. That's why my kids have all got Apple stuff. Apple iPhone, Apple iPads, Apple Macs. Me, I'm a Windows guy. What about you guys? What about you guys? I've always been a Windows guy. So anyway, so you can see how on this pullback through here that we've had a lot of problems actually getting above this. So the momentum on the short term has been on this short term downward movement. So for me, moving into next week, I'm really watching to see, do we start to get that break above that level there? Once we can get that there, then that's going to be, to me, it's going to be a move up, then a move down, and then that's going to be probably the start of the next move up. And I'm watching to see something like this because I'm looking to add some more. I'm looking to add to my longer term positions in the stock market, but I'm not getting that. I know what. What I'm not getting that turning point yet, right? Now on a sentimental level, yeah, I'm getting so much bearishness in the market. So much bearishness in the markets. And the thing is about the markets when it comes to my investment opportunities, right? When I'm looking for investment opportunities, I'm always trying to gauge the sentiment, okay? Because this is where investing is quite difficult for most people that are investing in the markets. And it takes you a long time to train your brain to think like this, right? Because if you look at this war sheet, cheat sheet, and the whole thing is that look through history. History says that, one, the herd mentality is wrong. Secondly, whenever there is maximum fear in something, that's the buying opportunity. And we can go through countless of opportunities, right? Countless times, right? As like, look at the COVID. When did it seem its worst with COVID? Even with oil, right? Oil went negative. Oh my goodness, that was the worst news you could hear for oil. When was the greatest buying opportunity for oil, right? When there was what? Panic, capitulation. Oh my goodness, this is all over, right? And so right now we're getting sentiment that is really, really, really negative in the markets. So on the short term, yeah, we could get a little bit of a pullback, but this is probably going to result in an incredible slingshot move to the upside, an incredible in the actual stock market. It's one of the reasons why I'm so bullish in the markets through there. So we can see that right now, and I'm always looking at this here to see where are we within all the markets. So last year, I was telling all my private clients, that traders, I'm getting this here. I'm getting all of these signs here when it comes to the crypto market. That's why I'm not buying the crypto market right now. I'm not buying it, and so if some of you guys got sort of sucked into that, then don't be down on yourself about that. Because when everyone's doing it, it takes a strong type of person to sit back and look at it from an objective point of view, instead of an emotional one, like I'm going to make so much money, right? So therefore I told all my private clients, I am not investing in crypto yet. I will invest in crypto, but I'm not investing in crypto yet. I still think there is more downside that come with crypto, because I believe we did this and then we came down and we had another move up, and we're starting to get this. I believe we're here. I don't believe we've got this capitulation move yet on the crypto market. I could be wrong, but again, I'm just looking at the individual markets itself. I'm still seeing possibly maybe denial when it comes to Bitcoin. Right now, I'm not saying overall the long-term Bitcoin's not going to go up. Like, I don't know, but I'm just using this as an analogy of, okay, where are we in the big cycle of things, so I can invest for the next 2, 3, 4, 5 years, right? So investing. So when I'm investing, I'm always looking at this. Okay, where are we? Where is the sentiment? And so that's for crypto. If I look at the stock market, if I actually look at the sentiment and the herd mentality of what is actually happening with this, we're not even near complacency. We're not even near optimism. I would have to say that, man, we're in disbelief here, right? We're in disbelief here, or this is a sucker rally, right? That's all I'm getting. Like maybe if I'm gonna push it just a little bit, I'm getting a little bit of a hope, right? But we're not getting the signs yet, anyway, in the stock market of euphoria, thrill, belief, optimism. This rally is real, right? We're not getting that yet. So therefore, that tells me we're in the middle of this overall great bull market, and the second leg that's coming. Now, we may go sideways for the rest of this year. That's the thing that I have to come to understand. If I'm looking at the markets, we may just go up and down as we're going through the election. And then maybe 2023 is going to be that year that we see incredible moves to the upside. But when I'm looking at sentiment across all the markets, I talked about cryptos. I've got nothing against cryptos. I'm just looking for the best opportunities to make money, right? So when I look at the stock market, and then I start to apply the same sort of analysis when it comes to mining sector. Like the mining sector and gold and silver, right? I still to this day am getting like maybe like there was a lot of anger, right? A lot of anger and depression. Oh my goodness. I saw that last year when it comes to the mining sector and also gold and silver. Oh my goodness, I'm sick of this. I've had enough of this. There was so much anger there. And then we had like a little rally out of gold, right? And then not much of the mining sector yet. So maybe we're at this bottom entile. Is that the word? The bottom entile. The bottom thing, this bottom point through here. Maybe we're at that level when it comes to the mining sector. In fact, I would have to say we're probably at this bottom entile in the mining, the metals and mining sector. Because especially last year we were getting a lot of depression, like, oh my goodness, I've lost so much money in the mining sector, or I can't believe it, I should have invested in crypto instead, instead of instead of buying gold and silver, you know, because I would have made so much more money. Like I got that sort of comments moving into what's the word for it? You know, moving in through last year. So that tells me that we're not here yet. We're not getting this point here yet. We're not at this top entile of this here. Right? And then as you can see up here, peak maximum point of financial risk is when so many people are like, oh my goodness, this is good, this is good, this is good. And that's where it takes millions of dollars are made from markets and from everything, right? Just look at it from, and I've had to learn this the hard way. Like I remember back when 2008 happened and the whole housing market collapsed. My mentor was buying the hell out of properties in America. He was just buying up millions and millions and millions and millions of dollars, as much as he could buy, because he knew that the next 10 years we're probably going to go, you know, every crisis. And I've seen that so many times. And for you guys that are a bit elder, you know, a bit older than I am, you know, if you're in your 50s or 60s, you would know, right? Looking back over time, you're like, man, I wish through these crises that I would have had the foresight to get involved in that particular whatever when there was a big crisis, right? Or when most people were saying, you know, jump out of the building, so to speak. So that's what I'm looking for when I'm looking at all the different sectors out there. Comes to the stock market, when it comes to the crypto market, and when it comes to the silver and gold, that's where I'm not investing in crypto right now because I'm not getting a good sign there yet. It's more like neutral. When it comes to the stock market, I'm getting so much, the sentiment is so negative right now that I'm so bullish right now. I have to be, right? Because that sentiment will correct as the market starts to make its move. Again, we may not do much for the rest of this year. And then maybe 2023 is going to be that year we start to get that massive move up. And then we go into the next recession, you know, maybe after that. And then, but when I look at gold and silver and so on and so forth, not many people are actually talking about gold right now. Not many people are talking about the actual silver right now, or even the mining sectors. This is the market that I'm getting excited about. And as you know, that I've been saying that looking at the mining sector, which is this one right here, these mining sectors, gold and silver here, like looking at gold hasn't really been doing much through here. This is the time I'm getting excited. I'm getting really, 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 really excited when it comes to gold because I do see that there's a lot more upside to come. Same for silver as well too, right? We've just been doing really nothing for this last sort of couple of months. But that big picture, right? That real big picture is we're getting heated up for one incredible move to the upside. And you can see here we're squeezing up into this triangle pattern. And this triangle pattern has been developing now for almost, what's that there? 1.8 years, almost 2 years, this whole nothing been going on. If you look at most charts, mark my words, traders, you will look back over the next 1 or 2 years and you'll see silver go absolutely just burko to the upside. And you're like, oh man, why did I invest in crypto? I should have been investing in the metals, right? You're gonna be hearing that as well too. So I'm all about educating you to look for the opportunities now when most people are telling you not to. And then guess what? When most people are telling you to, that's when you're saying, okay, well, I'll sell you my silver right now, right? And same for the mining sector as well too. Now, most people know that the GDXJ has been my baby. I've always had a really big, thing for, you know, me and the GDXJ, we've gone on many dates, okay? And sometimes I've got, you know, sometimes she said, not today, but most of the time she goes, just be patient with me, all right? Just be patient. Just be patient with me, all right? I'm slowly warming up to you. It might take me a couple of years, but but I'm warming up to you, okay? I'm like, yes, darling. All right. I'm going to go with a date with someone else. Let me know when you're ready to talk. And then she slaps me. Now, on all serious note, guys, I've always been, as you guys know, I've been really bullish looking at these looking at I'm very bullish the GDXJ and the mining sector, and looking at these longer term sort of picture through here. We're starting to get this sort of high low. We're starting to break out. We've been in this nothing going on for quite some time. So looking at this point through here, as you can see, I do see where we're in the cusp of making incredible moves. It's one of the reasons why my bigger, longer term positions are in gold and also the GDXJ myself. I'm not in individual mining stocks myself, guys. Okay, so I'm not saying all mining stocks. I don't know, but to me, it's the gold and the GDXJ are the ones that I'm in, and I'm actually probably going to be adding to as well too. So that's what I'm looking at there, guys, when it comes to the overall markets and the way that I'm thinking about these markets, and why a lot of people that have invested in crypto are now saying the opposite, like, why do I invest at all, right? I'm down 50% or whatever, right? Where last year, people that were investing in gold, they were saying, oh, you know, why did I invest in gold? If I invested in crypto, I would have made so much more money. But now, and then they get mad, right? But then guess what they do? But then Bitcoin goes from 40,000 to 50,000 to 60,000, right? And they see this, but then they sell their gold, which is not doing anything, right? It's just going sideways. Gold didn't really lose any money for the last 12 months. It just really went sideways, right? As you can see, it just did basically nothing through here since basically all of last year. So you didn't lose any money. But if you invested in crypto as this, people, I know a lot of people, especially towards the end of last year, right around here, that's when a lot of people were jumping ship to go jump in the crypto markets, because they were missing out at that FOMO. And so they sold gold to go spend time with crypto, and that was the worst time to jump into it, because then suddenly what's happening right now? We're starting to gain some legs in gold right now, and it's starting to become really, really, really exciting for that. So that's the thing that I really wanted to share with you there. The one thing I really want to sort of, that's sort of investing there. But when I'm actually looking to trade the markets, like I'm looking for trading for income, because there is two different approaches, guys, that I use. What I just talked about there is where I see things going, you know, when it comes to the macro cycles, probably over the next 1 to 2 years, right? That's a 1 to 2 year type of time frame. But when I'm actually trading the markets, I'm looking for really good opportunities. There's a few things that I look for, and the one thing that I use is a 52 moving average. I'm looking at a daily chart here, right? So if I use, let me bring up this chart right here. Right, so this one right here, I use a 52, just one moving average. I know a lot of people can use a lot of different moving averages, but when I'm looking at a daily chart, I like to use the 52 moving average. The 52 moving average really gives me a good understanding of where the momentum is at that particular time, right? Because there is the trend analysis, and we all know, right, the trend is your friend until the end. So the step number one for me is I'm always looking at the trend of the actual chart itself. So if I just go back to a blank chart, I'm always looking at the chart itself. So for example, if I bring up gold here for a minute, right, let's actually just bring up the last, say, 1 year worth of gold, okay? And if I look at gold, I can see the trend of gold. This is where a lot of people make big mistakes when they're trading in the markets. They trade when there is no one in control. Meaning it's not an uptrend or it's not in a downtrend. It's just sideways. There's no one in control. And this is the worst time to be trying to trade the markets, because you can see here, there's really no one, there's no trend, right? There is no trend. So whenever you're trying to trade the markets, rule number one should be, I'm only going to trade when there is someone in control. What does that mean? It just simply means that we're either in an uptrend or we're in a downtrend. What I never want to be doing through my experiences is trying to trade this point through here, when I'm trying to trade this point through here, because the market's not moving. We're not an uptrend or downtrend. So if I'm looking to have a high probability of having a successful trade, I want to have good trend behind me and some good momentum behind me, which simply just means I'm looking for the market to actually be trending, right? Because if I'm looking to get in here, hoping the market's going to start to actually move, well, I'm just now guessing, right? Because the market's still in a sideways movement. And then the market doesn't move, and then I have either a losing position or a break even, and then I get pissed. I'm like, oh my goodness, the market's against me. Oh my goodness, blah, 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 blah. Well, all that sort of stuff, right? No. When I'm actually trading the market, I'm looking for a trend to be in place, or at least to be starting to be in place. When there is no trend at all, then there is no probability of it going up or down, right? It could go either way. So rule number one is always trade when there is someone in control, either in an uptrend, we're doing this, or in a downtrend, we're doing this. But we've got sellers in control as the market is selling off. That's the sellers keep lowering their prices, so the sellers are in control, or the buyers are in control, where the market is stair-stepping in an upward fashion. So the big keys, right? The big keys to doing really well in trading, right? This is for trading for income. Remember I said before, what I talked about at the first part of this video about the big macro stuff, about looking at the sentiment and where we are right now. That's more over a couple of year period, okay? What I'm talking about here right now is tools you can use right now in your trading to start to supercharge your results even more. Now, if you go get access to that free trading course with the link below, you can get more tools like this. But the first thing that I'm always looking for is that I'm always looking to make sure that when I'm getting into a particular market or a stock, that there is actually a trend in place, right? Because therefore, the trend is your friend until the end. We know that. But if there is no trend, there is no friend. He doesn't want to spend time with you today. Don't try and spend time with him, right? You're going to be uphill battle. So that's the first thing I do say. But then I overlay that, what I just said there, I overlay what I just did there with that, and I do it with a 52 moving average. All right, so let me actually bring this up through. I'm just going to use gold as an example, right? But if I'm ever looking at a market here, if I'm ever looking at a market and I'm looking at my 52 moving average, as you can see, firstly, I overlaid the first step for me is always looking at the trend. What is the trend of a particular market doing? If there is no trend, then there is no one in control and it's just sideways. That means the buyers and sellers are fighting out. There's a lot of indecision. So therefore, I shouldn't be touching that. But then when I start to overlay my moving average, my 52 moving, notice the 52 moving average was just pretty much flat through here. See how we weren't trending up, we weren't trending down, it was just flat. What does that tell you? That just simply tells you that there is no probability of this going up or down. Toss a coin 50-50. Now, if you want to do some options trading, you can do some pretty funky things, right? Where you buy like a call up here and a put down here. That, and you buy like plenty of time out. That's actually a really, really funky strategy. But yeah, I'll talk about that in another video. But I'm trying to help you guys when it comes to your short-term trading. So this is a trading. But what's happening right now with gold as we speak right now? Step number one is, what's the trend? Let's actually look at this here. We're starting to what? We're starting to go from no one in control, where the market was just going sideways. The buyers and sellers are fighting out. Who's going to win? No, I'm going to win. No, I'm going to win. No, you're going to lose. I'm going to lose. Blah, 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 blah. Right? But then guess what happens? We start to what? We start to go from no one in control. Market's going sideways. Buyers and sellers are fighting it out, which was back here all of last year. To now, this whole 2022 has been what? The market has ripped up. It's come back down, a little bit of a double bottom, and now we're starting to pick back up again. We're starting to what? We're starting to trend in a direction. The buyers and sellers were fighting it out through here, and now the buyers are starting to take control. Because when the buyers are in control, we have an upward trend. Just because we get a pullback like here, doesn't mean the buyers are not still in control, right? Upward trend, upward trend. This is the buyers stepping up. And then look what happens. Look at the moving average now. Look how strong this moving average is, trending up like that. What does that mean? We've got good trend. So we've got the trend of the market. And then we overlay that by using the moving average, and we can see the moving average is strong, trending to the upside. So we have like the market is telling us in an upward trend. But then also we're getting a strong momentum now. Excuse me. We're getting a strong momentum now behind this move. So whenever I'm looking to trade, I'm looking for times like this when the market is trending and I'm getting a strong moving average, because once I get that, there's a high probability of this now continuing because we've got a good trend and we've got a good moving average behind it, right? Just like and this, I was using this all of last year when it comes to even the stock market, right? If I take everything off the screen here, and I bring up the daily chart of the stock market through all of last year, right? Through all of last year, look at this here. And this is I'll just draw this here for you, right? So this here was the start of last year, and this here was the end of last year. So through all of last year, I knew that the trend hadn't changed yet in the markets. Why? Because we're in a stair-stepping fashion. Firstly, look what happened here. Higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low, higher low. We came down here, we sort of broke that low, but we didn't make a lower high. And then we came back up, made another higher low, and so on and so forth, right? So as you can see, especially all through look at this here. Look at where the moving average is pointing at this time. Pointing up, pointing up, pointing up, pointing up, right? The moving average is pointing up at this time. So this is when we have good trend. So the market is stair-stepping higher. So the buyers are in control. And then secondly, we've got some good momentum behind it because we've got the moving average strong trending in a direction. Once we get that, it tells us that not only do we have the buyers in control, but now we've got a good momentum behind us. And trying to short this particular market through here is very risky, and trying to pick a top is very risky because one, the market's in an upward trend, and two, there's a strong momentum behind that. And that's where a lot of people last year were losing a lot of money because they were going against the markets. They were trying to pick a top in the markets and they were trying to fight the markets. And I always say that if you get this, you have a 90% probability of being right, of doing well in this particular environment, going with the market. But people have egos, right? People are like, I want to short here, or I want to short here, or the market's going to drop, I'm going to short here, or I'm going to short it here. And then the market, you know what I'm saying? And then the market does that. But then guess what happens? The market then starts to change the tune, right? And then we start to go down, and now we're starting to flatten out a little bit. So we actually went through a bit of a downtrend through here, and now we're starting to flatten out where the moving average is flat, but guess what could be happening now? We could be getting back into what? Another upward trend in the markets there. So there's a few things, guys, that can really help you when it comes to your investing in the markets, and why I like certain markets right now compared to other markets. But then also when it comes to your short-term trading, here's a few things that you can learn through there. So make sure you guys, if you like this sort of training, then make sure you go get access to that free trading course that I've just recently recorded. I've got 50 spots left for people who want to view that and go through it. You'll be able to see all the training through there that I've actually put together. So for the next 50 people only, you can grab that for free. If you just go to Johns, JOHNS, freegift.com, johnsfreegift.com, or there should be a link in the description. Go get access to that. In that trading course, guys, I'm going to be spreading it over 5 days as well too. So not just all at once to bog you down. So you're going to be learning things like what are the things that actually stops you as a trader and the important things that you need to be focusing on. I'm going to be talking about the most important chart reading, like becoming a chart reading master, basically. Advanced chart reading techniques. I'm going to be talking about how just even starting with just $1,000, how you could be a 6-figure trader just in 7 trades. Just even if you're starting with $1,000, what do you need to do? What do you need to understand to actually go from $1,000 to a 6-figure, which means $100,000? What do you need to do just in 7 trades, right? I'm going to share that with you. I'm going to share with you exactly my system. I'm also going to share with you exactly how I scan the markets for opportunities, my exact step-by-step trading setup that I use, and so much more in that system. Again, I'm giving it away for free, guys. So very first thing in the description, the very first, I'm doing it for the first 100 people just to get feedback. Yesterday I announced it and I had 50 people take it up. So today is your last day, or today will be the last day, because I know the next 50 people are going to take it. So if you want that, guys, very first thing in the description, go get that, and I'll speak to you in the next video.